Bruce Lee was explosive, fast, quick, strong, and a lean, mean machine. His physique was a marvelous expression of his athleticism. If he had a YouTube channel today, he would post this workout I'm about to show you in this video. And of course, he will probably also get comments such as these. But before we get started, I want you to join our free 50K giveaway. Get a chance to win lifetime access to our online kettlebell courses valued over $2,000. Link is in the description. Grüß miteinander, Gregory von Lebe hier. If we want to look like Bruce Lee, we have to do a mix of the following 3 aspects of human performance: muscle building and strength, conditioning, and explosiveness. To achieve these characteristics of human performance, we're going to use body weight as well as kettlebell exercises. These 2 training modalities lend themselves well for an aesthetic and a highly functional body. It's also a proven fact that martial artists love the kettlebell because of its striking similarities. The workout consists out of 2 parts. In the first part, we have 6 exercises and we focus on building muscle as well as strength. Exercises are done unbroken each side. After you have done both sides, you have 1 round, and you want to do 1 to 2 rounds. In the second part, we have 4 exercises where we focus on conditioning, explosiveness, and core strength. Exercises are done again unbroken, and after you have done 1 side, you have 1 round. And since we want to do both sides, we have to do 2 rounds. Let's check out the exercises in detail. With the elevated push-up, we place 1 hand on the kettlebell to elevate this one side. I have this shoulder width stance as usual with a push-up. Then I go down to the floor, make sure my spine is straight. I feel the tension in my right side a little bit more than in my left side. Then I come up and fully extend my joints. After I'm done with the elevated push-up, I grab the kettlebell, clean it up, insert my hand inside the window of the kettlebell, keep the elbow close to the body, and now I engage into a front squat, pushing the knees out, keeping my upper body straight, breathing in as I go down, and breathing out when I come up. Finishing up the rack squat, I jump straight into the single hand press. This means I can leave the kettlebell in the rack position, keep the elbow still close to the body, and now I press the bell overhead. Once the bell is overhead, I want to make sure that the arm sits close to my biceps. I come back down, and I go up in a straight line, and I come down in a straight line. Pistol squat is a highly advanced exercise that requires a lot of strength and mobility. I have that shoulder width stance. Now I'm shifting my whole body weight on my right. Now my left leg is extended. I'm hinging, and now I'm bending my right knee, come down to the bottom, and then I come back up. If this exercise is too tough for you, you can do a split squat. You go into a split squat stance, so my left leg is now on its toes, fairly loose, and now I go down into the squat, and the whole tension is now on my right leg. With the reverse stride lunge, I take a big step or a stride back so that I feel tension and some stretching in my hips. Now I'll go down until I feel that this stretch is even more intensified. Then I come up and come back into my original stance. For the final exercise, we grab the kettlebell again. It's a flow where we combine a half snatch with a press. So I'm snatching the weight overhead. Once it lands overhead, I insert my full hand inside the window of the kettlebell. Now I bring it down into the rack position. From this position, I press it back up, go again back down into the rack position. Then I drop it into the backswing and back up again. This concludes part 1 of the workout. Let's jump into part number 2. first exercise is a single hand high tension or hard style swing. I want to grab the kettlebell in a manner so that it tilts, so that the base is off the floor. I have half a meter distance to the kettlebell. I have it straight back. Now from this position, I pull the kettlebell between my legs. I have full tension. Now I explosively hip thrust the weight up. Boom, I let the kettlebell fly. I wait until gravity sets back in. I let the kettlebell drop, wait for the arm to reconnect. Then I go back into that deadlift kind of stance, hinge a little bit, bending the knees and punching the weight back up. The second exercise is a body weight exercise where we lay on the floor. Now both of my arms make contact with the floor on my sides. Now I bring my legs up, and from this position I want to lift the legs up, imagining that I want to touch the ceiling with my toes. And as I come back down, I want to use a lot of tension, not to drop my hips back to the floor, but go as soft and as smooth as possible. Exercise number 3, the Turkish get up. I want to be careful, move slowly, and understand the choreography of the exercise first. I start overhead with my hand fully inserted inside the window of the kettlebell. Now I go into a curtsy lunge. Now I open up the hips. I'll reach for the floor. Now I take my rear leg that's behind me, point it towards the front, heels on the floor, now hips on the floor, now elbows on the floor. Now I distribute the weight of my body as well as the kettlebell between my right leg and my left elbow so that I can go down on my back safely. Bring the arm down to my chest, press it back up. Now I shift my whole body weight to my left elbow through my right leg, tension in the abdominals. Now I go up on my hands, I lift my hips up, I pull my leg in and rotate my hips. Now I do a so-called kneeling jerk where I switch my body to get ready-footed overhead lunge. Now I step back up and I'm finished. The final exercise are depth jumps, which requires a great GPP. Your general physical preparation must be high, and you have to have an already great sense and base of strength. As you jump down from that elevated position, as soon as your feet touch the ground, you want to jump up as high as you can. Explosiveness can be achieved if the stretch reflex is not longer than 0.15 seconds. This means as soon as you touch the floor, think about jumping up before you even touch the floor. And you want to jump up as high as you can. In the first part of the workout, you use a moderate weight. I would use a 16 up to 20 kg. In the second part, I would use a heavier weight, which can be a 24 up to 28 or even 32. Your resting protocol should be adjusted to your body's needs as well as fitness level. In between rounds, you want to add at least 1 minute of designated rest. In between exercises, you want to try to keep rest at a bare minimum. The whole workout should take you 12 up to 15 minutes. If it takes you longer, don't worry, just try to complete the workout with good technique. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Do the workout, of course, like the video, consider subscribing and share it with a friend. And if you want to watch more and if you're interested in kettlebells when you're just getting started, we're all about kettlebells. So this is the video that you should watch right now because I'm going through tutorials and basic exercises that beginners need to know once they pick up a kettlebell for a spin. So go watch it right now.